Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews, and this one is actually a late review, so I want to apologise about this one. It's actually Black Clover number chapter 43. Now the reason why I'm apologising because I didn't even know it was out. So the idea was we didn't really have much last week because of the skip that they have in Shonen Jump. We had some early around Christmas time where I reviewed chapter 73, 43 with my arc review that's already out. So please check that out in the playlist. And I assumed with the break that nothing would be coming out because nothing else really came out. Um, but for some reason this one's come out early. Now I've reviewed everything else, so I wanted to get this out now just in case that there's another chapter coming out this week. So just to confirm, this is chapter 44 and it's a continuation of this kind of little escapade in the snow. So where the chapter left off was Barrow, the older sibling of the two siblings, was defeated by Asta. He got help from Sally, one of the bad people from Midnight Eye, and she injected him with a type of serum, and his body just transformed into a mud giant. Now we find out a little bit more in this chapter about what it's about. It's basically a type of dark magic, and what it does is, although it increases your mana exponentially, it goes through the roof, what it does do is sap on your life force. So it's a very interesting, important kind of piece of information that's more than likely foreshadowing for things to come down the line. So there's that element. So this story pretty much covers two parts. There's two kind of storylines that go here. The first part is to do with Gauche, his background, his story, why he is how he is. Because all we know about him is they call him a sister lover, and that's all he cares about. So we get an interest in why he's like that, and so we find out a bit of his backstory. So it turns out he comes from a noble high family. Him and his sister, his parents accidentally died. Now in the will they left all the money, all the possessions, all everything, not to the children but to other people. Now obviously this smells bloody murder, because more than likely what's happened is they changed the will and killed off his parents, more than likely. But as children he didn't know any better. He didn't question it. They kicked them out, and effectively he only had his sister, and he wanted to do everything within his power to protect her. So with him running away, the only thing he was actually caring about was his sister, and that was an instinctive thing that's built up over the years, over the childhood, because he's a lot older than she is. She's really little now, and he's a fully grown adult, so you can imagine she must have been tiny, a year or two old possibly at best when he was younger, and he must have been like an early teen or something of that age wise. So he went, he begged, borrowed, steal, did everything he could do to make sure his sister was okay, and that was his motivation. Now the trouble with this approach is because he doesn't care about anything else. Effectively, he's left them for dead. All the other kids, all the people that are fighting, so Asta, Sister Theresa, are all basically fighting for their lives. Well, he only cares about Mary. What this does do, though, is prompts Mary to give him the biggest punch she can in her life, and she basically knocks him back to his senses. And she explains, she goes, "I hate this about you. What makes me proud of you is you're a magic knight, and a magic knight's duty is to protect everybody, not just me." So as this happens, they get to the entrance of the cave where they meet that little boy who asked to give his jacket to, and he basically said this will give you courage to protect people. So Mary, Gauche's sister, basically says, "Look, leave me here, go help them." In the back of his mind, he's thinking, you know what? I don't know why I'm bothering doing this, but they'll probably have run off, because what normally happens when shit hits the fan, everyone just thinks about themselves. That's that's that part. So meanwhile, what's actually happening is Asta is trying to fight against the giant. Now, the giant itself, the first thing he wants to do is kill his own brother, which Asta intervenes by cutting him, where he realizes that his sword can actually cut this guy, which means it will have some type of effect at some point. But then at that point, the Sally explains that look, his power has gone through the roof. It's not going to be so easy. And then he has that conversation with the younger sibling, and the younger sibling's puzzled, thinking, "Why did you save me?" And Asta replies, "You haven't atoned for your sins, so it's not right for you to die just yet. You need to make up for it." So you can see that a lot of people for some reason find Asta annoying, but I just think there's a lot of redeeming qualities about him, a lot of things that you can get behind as a lead character, where his, or his, like, not like Naruto, his ninja way or his way of being a magic knight is actually quite impressive. It is something that you can admire. It's admirable. So he basically says, "You can't die now. You haven't atoned for your sins." Now the problem with this battle is 2 versus 2, and Sister Theresa is heavily distracted by the idea that she needs to protect the children. So she creates a type of flash leopard looking beast, and she uses them to get away from the kids. And being that she's there to protect him, she can't really go all out. She also explains, as she's aged, she's lost the ability to hold as much magic energy in her body. Now she's got around that by using nature's energy to kind of make up for it. She goes, she's become an expert using this technique, so that will make up for the fact that she's older. So the fact that she's old is actually a benefit to her, because she has years to kind of perfect this technique. So what actually happens is it breaks away from them. You see the whole part about Gauche that I've already explained, and then when it comes back, Gauche has actually arrived to realize the battle is still going on. He kind of commends Asta for being such a tough nut, and I think he's at the same time he's thinking, "You fool." So he's impressed in a way, because the guy hasn't run. He stood his ground. He's shown the tenacity to stay there, and he's still in the fight. Obviously, he's a tough one, and he's proving that now. So that is chapter 43. The battle still continues. How it will end, I do not know. We have to wait to see chapter 45. I'm hoping that comes out this week at some point. It could be any time soon. I'm imagining over the next couple of days. I will keep you posted. I will be doing the review as soon as I see it. But for the time being, please enjoy my chapter 44 review of Black Clover. And as always, please like, comment, subscribe and share. We want to get this information out there. I want to really get everyone seeing this video and sharing their thoughts in the comments. Or you can tweet me, as my Twitter account is linked to this account. But that's all for today, guys. Take it easy.